Right, so let's talk about Wii Zappers, Wii pistols, Wii light guns. As you can see, there's various designs, and to be honest, there's not many comparison videos between all the different shapes and sizes. So I went through all these, and I'm here to tell you which one is the best and which ones you should avoid. And they're kind of pros and cons. Unfortunately, when it comes to Wii Zappers, light guns, etc., often you cannot find them brand new, and they will not have their model names stamped on them, so whatever they are called is hard to say. But I do know, based on the shape, they're all very different or knockoffs of other similar designs. Starting off with, we have this one, which I think was called the Venom. This one has a really light trigger. Unfortunately, the main downside to it, which shouldn't have been there, is the bumpy grip texture. So what will happen is, you'll play this for a long time, tapping away, and then you'll end up with all these spikes and dots imprinted in your hand, which is not good. Obviously, it's a good way of getting around that wrapped handle, which I'm going to do. Secondly, we have this one, which is a bit more rare. The reason it's rare is it's got a built-in nunchuck thumbstick. The other thing is it's got a reload button underneath, which is very unusual. And very good trigger, very light, kind of one-handed usage. But the problem again is the grip. The grip on the side is all spiky, and you play that for a while and eventually end up with all these spikes in your hands, which typical. Then you have these ones, which is quite common to see. Same again, they have a nunchuck input in the bottom. But the problem with these, even though it is one of the most comfortable ones, is it has a very stiff trigger. Then you have your two-handed shotgun style ones. This one's quite strange because it's got a pivoting handle, which I think if you're playing gangster mode, that's quite fun. Compared to the Wii Zapper used with Link's crossbow training, it doesn't have that uncomfortable angled rifle look. You can just tap away. Then you have the two-handed House of the Dead style, which is great if you want a light gun with a bit more weight to it. I broke the triggers on one of these though, which is one of the downsides. It has a bit more top heavy, so if you're trying to play light gun games, you might prefer that. But for single-handed use, these are way too top heavy. Then we have the one that ended up being the most comfortable for me, which was quite funny considering the shape of it. The dolphin or shark shaped one. Very light trigger, single-handed, balanced so it won't fall forwards too much. It's even got a nunchuck attachment inside it, which surprised me. But yeah, it turns out this is one of the best pistol ones. This is probably the best two-handed one you will find for shotgun usage. And then I found this really obscure one, which has a built-in periscope of all things. So the Wii remote would go up into this periscope, and then it would aim the sensor forwards. Quite cyberpunk and very comfortable trigger. Bit unconventional, but very cosplay-esque. If you are going on eBay, the best thing to do is look for Wii pistols, Wii zappers, Wii light guns, and that's usually what brings up the results. As far as I'm aware, the original House of the Dead Overkill one, it had this plastic in the handle, and apparently that ages and becomes sticky, and if the gun stock is squared, not as comfortable on the hand as it's curved and rounded. Definitely more comfortable, especially if it has to cut out here for your thumb. Ergonomics matter.